Hello everybody, this is Derek and it is the 29th of September 2009. I hope everyone is doing magnificent. This video will not be shot in high definition or in widescreen. That is mainly because of two reasons. One, seeing the battery life for these cameras are just dying so fast. So I'm going to have to get some new batteries for it. And also, it's a pain in the butt sometimes to do a lot of this processing with it when the videos get over 6-7 minutes. So I'm going to do this one in regular definition. We're going to start off with the stock market, which is like a roulette wheel, a blackjack game in my opinion, nothing more than a way of gambling. And the markets early on has rallied 1.5%. What time is it? It's 11:15 a.m. Eastern Time. And we are at the current 5-day and 10-day moving average, which is roughly around 106. So if it can pull back again, then maybe we can have the market topping. But if it manages to get above that level, don't be surprised if we take out the new highs. And normally I would be surprised, but nothing really surprises me these days. Tomorrow, or on Tuesday, the 29th. So today's the 28th, isn't it? Yes, today's the 28th. The consumer confidence comes out and they are expecting 57.0. That's what they're expecting. On Friday, we are getting unemployment rate and they're expecting 9.8%. So be aware that these numbers are out, but maybe we'll have better than expected again, back to 9.7. The market's going up 300 points. Who knows? There's a lot of information going on with buyouts. Xerox has bought Affiliated Computer Services. Kraft is bidding to buy Cadbury. Disney has agreed to buy Marvel. And eBay wants to buy Skype. You wonder, where are they getting this money from? And who do you think has all this money? There is no shortage of money in this world, just shortage for a lot of the people because the system was made for the rich to get richer and the poor to get poorer. The corporations have a lot of the money. They have been the greedy ones that have been taking from us by charging way too much for way too long. And then, have they been hoarding the cash? I would presume so. And of course, not every company is doing well, which is the reason for the buyout plan. But don't fool yourself. A lot of these companies are doing well financially right now. And that has been a direct cause to why so many people have been just doing so poorly, with the rich getting richer, poor getting poorer. Also, keep in mind that a lot of these companies' revenues have been going lower because of inventory cutting and just cutting of employees, and that's going to most likely have huge, serious impacts later on down the line, which could be months from now. So I watched Sunday Night Football last night. It was a pretty decent game between the Colts and the Cardinals, but really what struck my eyes is I seen a very nice, well-presented commercial or advertisement by Bank of America, whom are saying they are lending again. And I mean, I was watching the commercial and it was just one of those feel-good type of advertisements, and they're trying to promote lending, meaning, oh, we will lend you money, but you got to pay us back with interest. You got to pay us more money. And I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again, that when you charge interest, you're charging something that doesn't exist, which ensures debt. Everyone's in debt because of this one, or a majority of the people are in debt. We look at the credit card debts. I don't know what the exact numbers are, but the average credit card holder is in serious, serious debt right now. And I guess our bailout money that we sent to give to companies like Bank of America was used to have such an expensive advertising slot on Sunday Night Football. Pretty interesting, eh? And I'm going to start answering a lot of the emails that I get via video. I seem to get 6, 7, 8 a day, which is like endless emails for me. And because I say this, I'm going to get more, which I kind of want. And the question is, I was wondering how you thought a collapse of the US dollar would affect the Canadian dollar or the Canadian economy in general. The reason I am asking is because I think the US economy will be terrible for 20 plus years, and I'm considering moving to somewhere around Toronto to go to work and go to school. Keep up the good work and thank you. Okay, well, first off, you're wondering about the collapse of the US dollar and the Canadian dollar. One thing that I have been following is the direction of the Canadian dollar with the American dollar. And it seems to me as if it's not doing quite as well as one would hope. As we're seeing the dollar now trading around 76, yet we still have a dollar rate of $1.09. And when we had our low of 72, it was actually around par. If anything, it was about 99 cents. So we have lost value on the dollar. It seems as if we're falling not the exact same way as the Americans, but very similar. We follow very similar business practices that the United States does. And generally speaking, a United States crash like this is going to affect a global community that you only have to expect that the closer the neighbor, being Mexico and Canada, the more it's going to be affected by the situation. So it is a global economic downturn. Don't be fooled to thinking that there's going to be some areas in the entire world that are going to be doing well in the next little while. Better, that's totally different. Yes, there's going to be some areas doing better, and if that's the case, a lot of times that's what you may want to look for. And you mentioned about the city of Toronto, and the beautiful thing that I like about this area, geographical location, is the first thing is you're nowhere near an ocean shoreline, and that's something that I think is very important, especially if you look towards the Gulf of Mexico, because this area doesn't get the weather as some other areas will get quite as bad. We also have a lot of fresh water in the GTA, Greater Toronto area, and I don't recommend cities really, even if it's Toronto, if it's Montreal, if it's Calgary, they might be upwards near the best. I think Montreal might be the best one because there's a lot of fresh water near there, and it's not as jam-packed as Toronto is. As there's a lot of big cities in the Toronto area when you include Markham and Mississauga, Oshawa, and even going towards Hamilton, that the Greater Toronto area is very populated. And a lot of this change in this world is going to be the ones who can grow their own vegetable gardens, which is something that's hard to do in the city of Toronto. But there's a lot of places outside of the city, maybe within 60 miles away from the city of Toronto, that I'm really a big fan of. As far as school is concerned, I am not a fan of college whatsoever. I was watching one of the Gerald Celente videos just recently where he was mentioning that so many of these students are just not getting work. The unemployment rate for non-students of the ages of around, I think, 24, 25 is like that, 24, 25%. So it's not that good right now. There isn't that many jobs that are available, and I mean, you go to school for like some sort of business degree, it's going to be very difficult to get out of school with much prosperity right now. And the cost of education, quite frankly, is extremely high. Myself, my thing is I'm a big fan of learning on your own, learning with a group of people. The information is available for cheap to free with the internet and the libraries. You can get the information that you want to learn that is important to yourself. That to me seems very beneficial, and then you can spend some time to try to gain resources. I normally say money, but we're moving into a period where it seems as if that we're going to be trading more towards a barter system, and it's all about gaining assets. And when you're in school, it's a lot harder for this to be done. So I'm going to end this video at that. If you want to send me a question, you can send it to me either here on the YouTube mail, endlessmountain2008@yahoo.ca. If you want to do a video question, send me an email file of 10 megabytes or less, whether it be widescreen or non-widescreen, doesn't matter. And I can put that into a video also. You can send that to endlessmountain2008@yahoo.ca. Or if you send it to a link like a rapid share, just give me the download link and I can get it from there. So thank you for watching this video, and have yourself a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.